All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol NAKD, Naked Brand Group. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we dive into this chart, I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that I have a new ticker symbol you won't want to miss towards the end of this video. And it's part of the semiconductor companies and sector, and it's one we haven't talked about. There's so many we've talked about previously in other videos. This is definitely a new one, and it's been growing in the last several years, and even in the last quarters. Every single earnings has been beat so far, and it just continues to push the ticker symbol and the stock upwards in price, and their net income has grown as well. And there's so much potential in this sector, so stay tuned till the end. So here we are. Naked Brand Group breaks through support, goes to newer lows, and here we are running right back up, kind of doing a sideways movement. So a lot of volatility here. So here we are. Our support level is 136. It's just a few cents below the current price, 140. If it breaks through that, your next support level, I would look at the lowest point reached, which was 121 here. At this point, as we see it on the downward trend, lowest point, 121 recently reached. That is your next support. You definitely want to see if the bulls are trying to reappear within this area, or if the bears are trying to tear this one down. Now, our resistance level is the first bearish candlestick already, because even though this is bullish, it was already pulling downwards as we see it, and it continued to pull down. So this was bullish, pushing up to newer highs, and it was becoming bearish, even though the bulls try to fight it. And that resistance level right here is slightly below the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average is 1 cent above it, 153, and the resistance is 152. So to actually just put them both together, 153 and 152 need to be broken through and reached newer highs and new resistance levels by turning that resistance level into a support, okay? I want every single investor to be aware of that. And once the bulls reach bullish territory, their next resistance level is at 164. But before worrying about that, 152, give or take 153, need to be crossed, turn into a support so that the bulls can continue to pull away in the upward direction, away from the 50-day moving average, and newer highs and new resistance levels being reached. So we're currently at 140, and once again, our support here is 136. We need to watch that carefully, and the lowest point, 121, is definitely the one next after that to watch carefully how this stock reacts. As always, if you guys found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Stay tuned till the end, because I have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is in the semiconductor sector. And we've talked about several semiconductor sector companies, but this is a new one that just recently ran, and I'm looking for it to cool off. And I definitely want to advise every single investor and viewer to watch this one carefully for a cool off or a pullback, because things ran up a little too quick. But let's look at its chart. The ticker symbol is AMKR. Now, they've been growing exponentially over the year, right? After hitting lows of 540 and some change, leading up to this point here of a high of $25. Now, it's pulling back pretty steeply, right, in the last day and last trading day, and we just had a wild run from $18 to $25. So things definitely need to cool off or consolidate before showing any signs of opportunity. Now, what I do want every single investor to be aware of is the market cap. It's $5 billion, and how revenue has grown, right, over the years. Now, the last 3 years, right, 2017, 2018, 2019 was about $4 billion. And then on 2020, which was the last year, on the 4th year, it went up to $5 billion. Now, the most important thing out of all of this is that net income increase. Now, it was pretty good in 2017, but it increased again in 2020, and we're seeing that upward trend. And 2021 might show signs of opportunity for more growth. So here we are with the revenue and the net income being 300 million compared to almost 50% of that the years before. Now the quarterly shows you how it grew, and also earnings just recently got beat. That's why we saw that run. Earnings just continues to get beat, and that's another interesting thing about this company. It just keeps on crushing earnings, and that's how you see that revenue and net income growth as well here. So if this grows, earnings is being beat, and if earnings is being beat, the stock price grows as well, because more revenue, more profit, more value to the stock, more value to the market cap of the company. So that's why we saw such a run recently, and we need to watch it carefully. I definitely want to see this cool off, but this is one in the semiconductor company and sectors that have opportunity to continue to expand and grow. Now, all these smaller companies compared to IBM, Nvidia, Intel, AMD, they have opportunity to take every slice of the pie of the whole market share of this sector. Now, some will be bigger than others, but they all have opportunity to grow as they continue to get their pieces or slices of the full pie. So I do want every single investor to be aware that semiconductor sector overall is definitely one to be digging into, diving into, and looking for companies that are getting out of the hole, especially like one like this one. This one was profitable every single year, which is pretty good. There's some that were never profitable, and also their revenue are terrible compared to this one. Revenue's always been pretty decent, and it's growing now. So 2021 might be the year for growth to continue and even moving forward. I mean, as AI intelligence becomes more of a norm, and all these autonomous driving and all these different technologies for vehicles, computers, software, and just even robots, right? And I'm not saying robots that are human-like. I'm talking about robots that already exist to upgrade them to newer levels, like robots that move boxes around and stuff, and also shipment and drones and all these different things that are necessary to continue to proceed in innovation. And semiconductor companies are taking a big market share in this movement. As always, guys, I hope you guys find these videos helpful and informative. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions on AMKR or any ticker symbols that we discuss here. I'm just here to enlighten everyone on opportunities and ticker symbols that are growing, showing potential. But I definitely want every single investor to be aware that this needs to cool off or consolidate before anything that we can understand more about this chart in the short term. But in the long term, we've already seen it. It's been growing and the potential is there. It took off right now, so we wanted to cool off, but definitely we want to see how it continues to behave leading into the future and months to come. But there is room in the sector overall, and this may be one of those that's looking like an opportunity. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.